So in this video, we are going to go over a basic glue up to make yourself a body blank for a guitar. If you do go to a lumberyard, there's a couple services that they will do for you, which is planing and also jointing. Provided that you don't have those machines, you can go get some ash in this case, and then request from the lumberyard to join and plane your wood. Often it's for an extra charge, but so what do you need? I don't know, that's dumb.
It's good. It's good. Just bring it back. Just bring it back.
So what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need to glue this stuff up? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Here we go. Glue. I use Type Bond 2 glue. I really can't tell you why. It just works. I have a glue bot, so that way you can actually apply the glue a heck of a lot easier. I've got some clamps that go inside. Well, I should probably explain this. When you're gluing something up, you want a flat surface, you know what I mean, so that everything is perfect, just like the joints that are on the wood. You want everything to be as perfect as possible. So I took some melting board just like this and put some pieces of wood just below it. That way I can get some clamps underneath, and it provides a nice flat surface. I also use some freezer paper just so that the glue doesn't stick to the board. At least, oh my God. Freezer paper. Before the glue up, and if you want to take a look at this way the actual wax paper, the glue doesn't really bond to it, so it's just a fail-safe when you do your glue up, that when you start to take all the pieces apart, or I should say when you start taking all the clamps off, that your end result body blank isn't stuck to anything, but it is on a nice flat surface. So basically we're just going to walk through the glue up process. Having a flat surface, having some paper, and having the clamps, such as these, which I purchased at Harbor Freight, which do have a lifetime warranty, by the way. They range in price. I think you can get these sometimes for $4.99, $5.99 on sales. Yeah, they have a lifetime warranty, and I'll tell you what, they do the trick. So let's get to it, shall we?
Oh yeah, this short break was brought to you by Quater Guitars, baby. We're taking a moment to serenade you with our smooth DIY vibes. No sponsors needed just yet, just the soul of Toledo, Ohio. Hit that subscribe, like, follow button now, and let the music play. Quater Guitars, where even our ads are making love to your ears.
All right, so let's begin with the glue up. I like these glue bots only because it just makes gluing just a little bit easier, but this is not at all necessary. I like to glue both. Hold on a second here. I like to take the glue chunk that dried up and this stinking thing out of here. So there we go. Never mind. Okay, make sure that your glue's not dry. And basically, we are going to glue each side of the board just for a little bit of redundancy. And some people use a brush. I am one of those guys that just likes to use the finger, if you know what I mean. So I'm sure most of you understand gluing, so I won't go into much of that, but just spread this guy on all around the jointed area. And basically when you have both sides of these pieces of wood glued, then you're pretty much guaranteed that everything is going to be covered. So we have the wax paper here, the freezer paper, with the shiny side up to prevent these pieces from sticking to the flat surface. And we are going to just put those two guys together and yeah, paper towels. Now that the glue is on both sides, we just got to start clamping it up. I like to start with putting one right down the center. The glue does kind of scoot a little bit because it's slightly moist, if you know what I mean. But this kind of puts everything together. So here we go. And then what I like to do is kind of just square up. You'll see the glue starting to come off from in between. So that looks pretty good. Ooh, hold on a second here. Son of a bitch. You can wipe some of this excess off early. Just like that. Because I like to put a couple clamps right on the seam. And that's what these longer clamps are for me, is just to kind of tighten that, just so that it's going flat to the surface. Now I like to put just a little bit of pressure, and I'm not at all wrenching on this process. One second here. So just a little bit of pressure, and then we'll start applying all these other clamps. I don't know if there's any science to clamp placement, but I do like to alternate which side the handle is on. Once again, I don't think that there's science behind alternating, that it's better or what have you. What I mean by that is that I'll do a couple of these on the opposite side of the board. Okay, so once everything's been clamped in, it's kind of loosely clamped, now I start just tightening everything. And these C-clamps here are just to help make the two boards stay consistently flat on the surface. So that's what we want. Okay. It is a little easier to wipe the glue off while it's still wet, rather than it being hardened overnight. Not that it's a bad thing, but it just kind of helps out a little bit if you just get it done now. All right, so that's the body blank glue up. If you have any suggestions or you have a better way of doing it, by all means, please leave a comment for the community so we all can learn together. I am going to let this sit clamped up overnight, and then it'll be ready to be turned into a guitar. Like, subscribe. I don't know. We're making a whole series, so please subscribe and you'll see the process all the way through. And that's it for me. Have a great day.